So with that, it's question time. It's my pleasure to introduce Howie Long. Hey, Howie. How are you? Good. They are ready for the quiz. This thing here. Push that. Change the next one.
How you folks doing? Karaoke night, I heard. Okay, you got a big presentation. Now what we're going to do is we're going to review. Question one is, what is the same store sales goal for 2000? It's like working with Bradshaw.
What's that?
Oh, good, I got a mic, all right. Who got that answer right now? All right. Okay, right here. This young lady right here. Come on up. Come on up. Where's, okay, here we go, right here. What's your name? Where are you from, Maureen? Oh, are you? I live in Virginia. Yeah, you married? No? You're available. Maureen's available, all right. Now, I'm married, but you never know. You never know. Well, for getting the question right, we're going to give you an autographed Raider helmet. Okay? So now they're going to start paying a little more attention to the second question. Take care, Maureen. What system will best help you identify your perishable losses? Ooh, got a little quiet. 1% was easy. What was that? Okay. Okay, my man back here, come on up. I heard the cowboy was dancing last night. Yeah, he's a pretty good-looking guy here. What's your name?
Matt.
Hey, Matt. Where are you from?
Originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay, where you live now?
I live in Charlotte.
Okay. Well, it's not a Panther helmet,
Hey.
but you can take this home. Okay, congratulations. Yeah. Question number 3. What is our grocery cases per hour goal with the new stock cart? Right here. Come on up. What's your name? Where are you from, Ron? How are you? Okay. Well, grab your helmet. Congratulations. Oh, really? Yeah, I was 3 then, so.
The Mad Bomber,
Yeah. Yeah.
Ken Stabler.
It was an interesting group. Times have changed. Question 4. How many times a day are we allowed to be rude? Okay, back here. Big guy. Yeah, there you go. Come on up. How you doing, man? What's your name? Jesse, where you from?
Texas originally.
Oh, are you? Where?
Houston.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations, Jesse. Where are you living now?
Boone, North Carolina.
Okay. Congratulations. Next question. Who won or truly lost the... Wait a second now. Who was it? That young lady back there. That young lady back there. Come on up. She said. She got it right. How you doing? It's an awful long walk up here, isn't it? What's your name? Audrey. How are you, Audrey? Where are you from? I thought that was a Jersey accent. No? Well, congratulations. Yeah, take care. All right. What's Rod going to be the most... What's Rod... No? Right there. Right there. Cleanliness. Who said cleanliness? Right there. Come on up. Right here in the blue shirt. You looking around. Come on up, big guy. Finally, a question that was hard. How you doing? Did you sing last night? No. Did you see the cowboy? Yeah. You married? Yeah. Do your wife think he's a good-looking guy? No? Got a cowboy hat at home, though, I bet, right now. What percent of our out-of-stocks today are due to not writing orders properly? $69. Who said 69? Young lady said 69. She was the first one I heard. You were confident with that 60-40. How you doing? Did you sing last night? No? Was the cowboy a good-looking guy? I bet he sure is. Boy, I tell you, there's going to be a whole bunch of cowboy hats sitting at home this week. Husbands are going to be wondering why. How many versions of farmers market semi-trucks do we have? Okay, right here. You right there. Right there. No. How you doing? What's your name? Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. There you go. Pleasure. What is our backroom inventory goal? Right there. Striped shirt right here. Yeah? You got it. Now we got one more. What's your name? Hey, David, how are you? You a football fan? Yes. Who's your team? Green Bay Packers. Oh, yeah? Yes, sir. And you're from where? How did that happen? Packer fan a long time ago. Okay. All right. They looked good last week. Okay, we got the last helmet. How many people in Las Vegas do what PICAO? My man, come on up back. Yeah, you standing up. Come on up, yeah. Bradshaw could have got that answer. Yeah. How you doing?
Hey, Howie, how are you?
What's your name?
Amin.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Where are you from?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Lebanon.
Oh, okay.
Pretty far away.
Who's your team?
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? All right. Cowboys are looking good right now. You know, I was really excited to come here. Pepsi, does this microphone work now? This one here, do I have to hold the, okay. Now, is this one off? Okay. Pepsi contacted me, one of your partners who's partnered up with the NFL, to come down and talk, and I was out on the West Coast this past weekend, which I work every weekend out there with Terry Bradshaw, Jimmy Johnson, and James Brown, and we do a show on Fox, and I was real excited to come here, and you know, having 3 kids, and my wife does we live in Ivy, Virginia. Anybody from that area here? Where are you from? Okay, yeah. You guys did one remarkable job during this storm. We were without power for 9 days. And I have to tell you, the Charlottesville community right now is really, really, really high on your product. The job you guys did of pumping out water and ice to the community, and the lines were around the corner, and things were very difficult. People were without power, and you should be extremely proud of the job that your people did in their communities, especially in the Carolinas and the Virginia area. Remarkable. Hats off to you. So having 3 kids, you know, my wife does a lot of shopping there, and, you know, I was thinking, originally I thought they were contacting me because I'd won some type of sweepstakes because we spend so much damn money in your store. I have 3 boys, the oldest of which is a senior in high school, who's 6'4", 265, so my wife pulls up with that excursion and just loads it up and brings it home. So there's got to be some kind of an incentive program where if you spend $30,000, $40,000 a year there, you get a trip somewhere. But then I was told this wasn't that. But, you know, I'd never been to Hilton Head, and I said, well, sounds like a great place to go. I got on a plane yesterday and got in last night, was excited. My Red Sox were on TV last night. The Buccaneers were on versus the Colts, which looked to be a great game. Peyton Manning was coming off the 6 touchdowns. You know, no kids, no homework. You know, a night in the hotel, order a cheeseburger, have a great night. Walked into my room, and I'm not easily scared. I mean, I'm really not. I'm afraid of my wife, and I'm afraid of rats. And that's it. And that's a God's honest truth. Call it stupidity or what, but nothing else really scares me. And then I walk in the room, and right where the mints are supposed to be in my room, I find on my pillow this picture. And I got to tell you, that look my boy has on his face is, you know, and I'm checking, I'm walking over, I'm checking the closet. I said, I'm afraid to go to sleep, and all I'm hearing in my head is, Dankeschön. Oh. You know, before I get into, I like to get into a question and answer thing because I always think the interaction with people and some of the questions and that come up are always interesting. And, you know, it's been a great NFL season to this point, and there's a lot of issues, some social, and, you know, obviously the Rush Limbaugh situation this past week was kind of a firestorm, which, by the way, is on DVD in most of your video stores right now. It's very cheap right now. It's available. But before I do that, I wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, I think the foundation for a great team and a great company, it's a lot like football. You know, there's a plan, and obviously it starts at the top, and you guys obviously had a successful year, and that bodes out with you all being here in Hilton Head, which is a great place to be, and congratulations on the year that you've had to this point, which you should be applauded for. Now, the look ahead. The interesting thing is, in my 13 years in the NFL and my 10 years now in broadcast television and through high school and college and any venue that I've had to compete and participate in, and I tell my boy this, my big boy is a football player, unfortunately. I kind of wish he would go in another direction, maybe play baseball and steal money, but he's a football player. He's just wired that way. You know, they wake up angry, they go to bed angry. I walk in the house, and it's like, you remember the Pink Panther where Inspector Clouseau would walk in and Kato would pop out of the closet? Well, I've had 10 operations, and I'm kind of worn down. And I walk in the house off a road trip, and this 265-pound slab of muscle pops out of the closet and wants to fight. Now, I'm the kind of person right now, I need a good 5-minute stretch before we get into things. So if you give me enough warning, I can give you a kind of a fight. But other than that, no. And I tell my boy all the time, I preach the little things that add up to the big things from a technique standpoint in football and whatever it is in your business. It's how you handle yourself with your customers, how you handle yourself in your community, like I talked about in Charlottesville with your group doing such great work there during the crisis situation with the power being down. And in my 13 years in the NFL, I had been to a number of Pro Bowls, and in television I've been a part of both on the field and in the booth of being a part of a number of Super Bowls and been a world champion, and at certain points in my career was considered to be the best at what I did. But it wasn't until the final play of that final Pro Bowl game in 1993 that I stopped learning. And To me, that's the key ingredient to success. First, you have to have a plan, and I think it starts at the top. I think if you have the kind of organization that wants to be good, wants to be better, wants to be great, and I think the thing that separates the average from the good from the very good, and the very good from the great, is their ability to constantly evolve, to constantly adapt and learn. And in my 13 years in football, and I still to this day, it's kind of funny. When I started playing football, I equate it to this. It's two elevators. You have your mental elevator, which is in the basement, okay? And your physical elevator is through the roof. You're a monster. You can do anything. When I was 21, I thought I was maybe one of the top 5 baddest people on the face of the planet. Now that I'm 43, I realize that's not quite the case. But as your career goes by, these two elevators are moving in different directions. Your physical elevator is going down, and your mental elevator, because your learning, is going up. And somewhere along the line, they kind of meet, and that's your peak, 27, 28 as a football player. And then as your career goes on, you become kind of a genius. You figure things out. The game slows down. But unfortunately, at that point, your physical elevator is in the basement, and you can't do a damn thing about it. So, to me, the key to success is, 1 is your work ethic, 2 is your ability to understand what your role is within the team structure, and 3 is to continue to learn and adapt and get better. And I always say to my son, and I say this to college players that I work with, and I say this to pro players that I work with periodically, are you happy just being in the team picture, or do you want to be great? You know, and that's the question. There are lots of players, and you see them every Sunday on television, or you see them on Saturday playing college football, guys who in the future will play professional football. They have the ability to be great, but are they willing to do all of those things that we talked about? Understanding their role, continuing to learn, outworking everyone. Are they willing to define their era of professional football? Well, that kind of a blueprint for success, I think, can be translated into the business world. I know it works in television. It's just a lot easier because no one hits you on a daily basis. You know, they tell you you're going to work in sports television. They're going to pay you more money than you're worth. And the only downfall is that every Sunday you have to work with Bradshaw. And it's a good life. But I think the thing that separates people in television, the thing that separates people in football, and the thing that separates people, the successful people that I've met in the military, in business, in any walk of life, is their continuing quest to get better every day, to maybe define what it is that you do. If you find something that you like, that you're happy doing, that you enjoy, do it to the best of your ability. Do it once, do it right. Do it once, do it right. Because if you do it once and do it right, you don't have to go back and do it twice. So if hopefully you could take that message and incorporate it into your daily life, whether it's in your home or I want to be a better dad, I want to be a better husband, I want to be a better person. I treat the bellman the same way I treat the President of the United States, regardless of what his social inadequacies are. That was a joke. The former president. Good guy, a lot of fun. Right now, I'd like to open it up to some questions. Any topics? Television, movies, sports? Yeah.
The ESPN women shows that real actors.
Oh, my God. You know, I watch it. It's kind of like, what was that Oliver Stone football movie that was out? Any Given Sunday. I turned to one of my teammates. We were watching that, Bill Pickell, old nose guard who works with me at Fox half the year. And where were these parties when I was playing? You know, where they're sawing cars in half and, you know, guys are snorting coke in the bathroom. And no, it's so unrealistic. The closest thing I've seen in sports television to realistic in terms of football, and they didn't get it all right because they didn't get the parties and all that right, was North Dallas 40. I thought Nick Nolte's character was, you know, that walk to the bathroom at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom and your shoulders separated, you're being shot up every other week. People see the finished product on Sunday. What they don't see is the physical sacrifice that you have to make and the pressures that you're under to do those things to get by. I mean, it's a reality. It's a business. It's not Pop Warner. It's not high school football. I coach high school football, and I like it for a lot of reasons, because I think that age you have an opportunity to impact kids between 14 and 18. It's a tremendous age. The evolution of a teenager at that age is extraordinary. And the other thing is, those kids are there because they want to be there. You know, it's fun. Football, pro football is different. There is no wizard. It's a guy running a machine behind the curtain. You know, it's kind of why I've drawn back to college football. I enjoy college football now. Anybody else? Yeah.
In terms of football, do you agree with the new rules and regulation as far as the referees and, you can't touch the quarterback, you can't do this? Has it taken away from what maybe, I don't know, if you were old-time, kind of old school football player. Do you like it? Do you agree with it?
I think one of the things that the NFL does, and the reason why the NFL and NASCAR to me will be the only two sports that will survive on sports television, on network television. And I think one of the reasons is the NFL continues to evolve. It continues to change. And I think what people want to see is people want to see points up on the board. People want to see wide open play. And every year you see things that kind of chip away and make it a little bit more difficult to play defense in the NFL. Although I don't agree with a lot of the things, I certainly understand it. And I think, the helmet-to-helmet collisions in the secondary, Ronnie Lott couldn't play today in today's game. It's difficult, but I think where we're heading is the players are bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, and on one of these hits, someone's not going to get up. And that's an unfortunate reality. Yeah.
In college football, the celebration rule, you feel that it inhibits the emotional side of the game?
I'm all for spontaneous emotion. I'm not for that emotion that is rehearsed the night before in your hotel room in front of the mirror. Art Shell and Gene Upshaw were two guys that brought me up when I was a young player out of Villanova University. And I remember we played the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday Night Football, and I got 2 sacks, and I wanted to get drafted by the Steelers, and I was so excited I jumped up and down, and I got over to the sideline, and Art and Gene pulled me off the side and said, "Kid, act like you've been there before. Don't act like it's the first time you've done something." I like the guy that gets up, walks back to the huddle. Now, I understand that everyone's different, and that spontaneous emotion and the dancing is part of the new generation, and that's fine. It's just not my thing. Hey, I appreciate you folks taking some time out of your schedule. I know it's been a hectic weekend. I hear you had good weather up till today, and there's probably a cowboy hat sitting at home waiting for me. The cowboy was quite a sensation, I gathered. But I appreciate you letting me take a little bit of your time, and hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I have. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.